welcome to Yoga with Liza, day 45. Our scent tonight is honeysuckle, and I'm going to do some invites here. Honeysuckle does not have an essential oil. So, if somebody has an essence of honeysuckle, more than likely it is an infused oil or synthetic. And hi, Jeannie, good to see you. I just put out some invites so that people can find me. And it's Wednesday night, so I need to invite Carol too. And okay, so we have, hi Cindy, honeysuckle. And I posted a YouTube video, not by me, about honeysuckle on my timeline, and that's my resource. It's by a woman who is a biologist and an herbalist and who studies Chinese medicine. And I love honeysuckles because as a kid, when we would walk home from school, how you take the end out and gently pull it, and you get that little bit of honey, and hence the name honeysuckle. And as a child, I was always very drawn to them. They actually have some medicinal purposes as antimicrobial, being both antiviral and antibacterial. Um, I believe in some sources they say, though, they can also be toxic. So be mindful and look them up before you use them. You can find recipes of how to make a tincture, where you pick the buds and put them in a glass jar and cover them with vodka, gin, or brandy. Um, the gin has juniper berries, so that has its own medicinal properties. I actually prefer to use honey. I did that last spring or summer with the honeysuckles, and I'm thinking that I may pull that out and use some of my honeysuckle honey tincture in my teas. And the leaves also have medicinal properties in relieving pain. Um, so again, if you're going to use them, that you do your own research as far as quantities, what parts of the leaves, and how to preserve them or dry them. And if you're just eating the flower blossoms off of the plant, um, hopefully that you're not spraying in your yard or wherever you're harvesting them from has not been sprayed with pesticides. Because then being exposed to the pesticides outweighs the benefits of the medicine from the plant. So honeysuckles do not come in an essential oil. I have seen honeysuckle scented um, bottles of things, and like I said, those are probably synthetic if you're buying them on the open market, and if people make them at home. So I just love the smell. I remember as a kid, and I don't want to pump any brands, but I don't think they still have it. Avon used to have a honeysuckle perfume, and I just loved that as a kid. So the closest second to that I have found, hi Wendy, I see you popping on, is neroli essential oil. So tomorrow we're going to talk about jasmine, and jasmine is also a very delicate little flower. You can get that steam distilled, but you can also get it as an absolute, which is a tincture in corn oil, and then they extract the scent into the corn oil and bottle that as an essence. So when you're buying essential oils or scents, you have to be mindful. Is it steam distilled? Is it an absolute, which means it's been diluted in typically corn oil? A resin is corn oil extraction, and then it goes into something even thicker, beeswax or some other type of benzoin gum. And then there's CO2 extraction, which I'm not too sure about. I like the essences predominantly that are steam distilled. I do use a couple absolutes. So moving on to the kids, and I'm gonna pull out my sign, and I hope you guys are here tonight. Let me see. Have you popped on? Hi Renata. How are you, my dear? And Cindy, I see you. Wendy, Ethel, I see you. And Jeannie, there's Nina. Okay. Carolyn, good. And Cynthia, good to see you. All right, kids. All right. Henry, Wyatt, Ricky, Angelo, Jace, Cora, Ava, Braylon, Harper, Anna, Olivia, Scarlett, L'Oreal, Jason, James, Jensen, Emrys, Manny, Zenaida, Kyra, Weston, Carson, Owen, KK, Dylan, Nina, Lucas. And so tonight for the kids, let's do something standing up. And I'm going to bring the chair in the middle. Now, if you have more than one kid at home, and remember when we were kids and we played musical chairs, so maybe you line up 2 chairs for 3 kids, or if you're just playing by yourself like me, you have 1 chair and you win. Simple. And so we're going to take a great big breath, breathing in, audible sigh out, and a great big inhale in and out, and breathing. And as we walk, walking softly on Mother Earth, and gently walking softly, maybe breathing, tilting our head from side to side. So we're doing our walking meditation. And then we say, Grandma says, sit down. I don't have music to turn off, so it's a form of Simon Says. And then we get up and we start walking again. And then maybe we walk around in the other direction. And breathing into it. And bringing our head from side to side. And gently walking softly on the earth. And then Grandma says, sit down. So you know what? If you don't have a chair, you know how you sit down, guys? Move your chair over to the side. Grown-ups, maybe your chair, maybe you come down to the mat. All sit down onto the mat. As the kids, grown-ups, you can be in the chair. I'm going to sit on the mat tonight. And while I'm on the mat, I'm going to light the candle. And I do different breath work. Some of it is yoga breath work. Some of it is pure slip breathing when we smell the roses and blow out the candle. And so let's do that right now. Let's take a great big inhale in and blow out the candles. And again, take a great big inhale in and blow out the candle. And one more time, take a great big inhale in and blow out the candle. And coming back to center, breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. Let's take our hand to our belly button and bring the palms up. Bring our hands by our side. Mudra to release fear. And we have to let go of what no longer serves us to come into a place of love. And staying centered in love doesn't mean that we lose our discernment. It means that maybe sometimes we let go because that's the best. It means that when we stay centered emotionally, coming from the heart and a place of love, we can make calm and rational decisions. And then bringing the right hand underneath, looking into the palms of our hands, coming into introspection. Bringing our hands back to heart center. Coming from gratitude and being thankful for what we do have. And I'm thankful for all of you who came out tonight. It's good to see you all. And gently inhaling, bringing our arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring the arms all the way back out and around. Bringing our hands into heart center. Inhale, bringing the arms up and over. Exhale, bring them all the way out and around. And one more time, inhale, up. Shoulders soft. Exhale, all the way out and around. Bringing our knees into heart center, giving ourselves a hug. And now bring our legs out in front if we're on the mat. If you're in the chair, maybe you pick your legs straight up in the air and then gently bring them back down to the mat. And I'm going to do my I love you mudra to the kids, all of you, the big ones too. Bringing our hands back into heart center. My baby was 30 yesterday. I don't understand how he can be 30 when I'm 30. Anyway, no, I can't count too well. I'm coming back into the chair. And I've started posting on the side there a little bit about why I've started doing this. And, down at the bottom, then there's this little line of, we're all responsible to keep ourselves safe. And, that's both on and off the mat, whether we choose to wear a mask and keep ourselves safe or not, whether we choose to come in or out of a pose, keeping ourselves safe and being mindful. And so I was scrolling through today, and there's a few other instructors who are posting on Facebook Live, and one of them did a private group because she wants to control who can see her and who can't see her. And so from my perspective, if I'm truly coming from the heart in this place of love, I'm sharing with whoever needs to see me. One of the first or second nights in the first week of doing this, I had somebody who inboxed me after class, and they had had a really horrible day. And I mean a really horrible day, and that's as far as I'm going to go because I don't want to share their business. And she said, "Oh, thank God you were here. Just popping in, hearing you, breathing, centering, focusing. That somebody's here who cares made all the difference in the world to me." So I'm here, and I do care, and sometimes to my own detriment. But that's okay. I'd rather err on the side of caring too much for somebody that people may say don't deserve it versus not caring for somebody and maybe being the person who cares that gives them the reason to want to be better. So I hope that all makes sense. That's an important thing to be, to give everybody love and value that they're worthwhile. And if we did more of that in this world, I think people would be a lot healthier emotionally, physically. That's just my opinion. That's not a medical fact. Little disclaimers. So, and then other people who I see who are posting with different facilities and so forth are saying, "I'm not a medical professional and this is basically for your entertainment." Well, yes, socialization, entertainment, but if you choose to participate in the practice, then you will reap the benefits of the practice. I can't tell you what they'll be. They're going to be different for everybody. And again, we're all responsible for keeping ourselves safe. So inbox me, message me if you think I'm off point here, but I'm doing this from my heart and trusting that everybody is going to do their best to stay safe. All right, less talk, more breath. One more time, let's inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the arms all the way out and around. Inhale, bringing ourselves up. Exhale, bringing them out and around. One more time, inhaling up. Exhale, bring the arms out and about. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder. And gently look down at the mat. Inhaling, coming back to center. Bring the left ear to the left shoulder. And gently looking down at the mat. Inhaling back to center. This time as we bring the right ear to the right shoulder, leaning over to the right. If you're on the mat, maybe you bend your elbow and reach into it. Feel the stretch through the side body. Gently looking down. Inhaling back through center, bringing the left ear down, looking down at the mat, breathing into it. Now bring the left ear back over, reaching down, feeling the breath, stretching through the side body. Inhaling back through center. Bring the hands back into heart center. Inhale, bring the arms back up overhead. Exhale, coming over to the right. Breathing into it. Inhaling, coming back through center, bringing the arms all the way up overhead. Shoulders come soft. Exhale, bring the hands over to the left. Looking back over the left shoulder. Breathing into it. Coming all the way back through center. Inhale, bring the arms up. Bring the shoulders up to the ears. Feel the scrunch. Scrunch. Exhale, bring the shoulders back down. Exhale, forward fold. Now in our forward fold, gently walk over to the left, looking back over the left shoulder. Coming all the way back through center, looking back over the right shoulder, breathing into it. And again, you can do this seated on the mat or in your chair. Bringing our hands back to center. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Shoulders are locked in. Exhale, bring our hands back behind, Yoga Mudra. Gently looking up to the ceiling, open and close, open and close. Close the mouth and swallow. Bringing the chin back to chest. Bringing our chin back to neutral. Take our hands and bring both hands over to one side. Gently bringing the elbow back. Great big stretch in our arms, breathing into it. Coming all the way back through center, bringing the hands down, bringing the hands to the opposite side, bringing that elbow back. Maybe you come forward in the chair so that you have room for your arm to come back. Breathing into it, feeling this heart opening stretch. So with the masks, I have an old mask from painting that I used when I made my master tonic. I actually drew a smiley face on it. Coming back to center, bringing the hands back down. And when I went out to the mailbox yesterday, all the neighbors were laughing at me, like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." At least I made them smile. Bring the chin back to chest, bringing our hands back around. One more time, inhale, bring the arms up. Bend that right elbow, stretching the arms back behind. Bring that left hand up. And maybe we come into our cow arms. Maybe you use your strap to make that connection. I'm going to grab the strap for the other side. Breathing into it. Gently releasing the arms back down. Ooh, shake them out side to side. I'm going to grab my makeshift strap as I bring my left arm up, bending that left arm, bringing my right arm back behind. And gently feeling the stretch and breathing into it. Hey, baby. You're telling me stories. Is it raining out there? Gently release that arm out. Again, gently shake the arms from side to side. So, in the chair, let's all start with a gentle cross, just crossing at the ankles and bringing our arms out in a T. Bringing the right arm over the left. Nope. Bring the left arm over the right ankle's on top, and come into eagle arms. And gently inhale, bringing it up. And yes, the eagle flies over the storm. breath. Maybe we're holding in our hugs. Now bring our arms back out. Bring our legs back up. Gently, circles, circles. Cross the ankles. So the left ankle's on top and the right arm comes on top. And give ourselves a hug. Gently bring our hands palm to elbow, reaching up towards the ceiling, breathing into it. Exhale. Bring the arms back down, bring the hands back out, and shake it out. Take that right leg this time, and maybe we can cross the right leg over the left leg. Maybe you cross again at the ankles. Keep ourselves safe, right? That's the motto. Bring the arms out in a T. Left arm comes on top. Give ourselves a hug. Gently bring our hands, maybe palm to elbow, palm to elbow. This time, let's reach all the way up for the ceiling. Great big stretch. Exhale, I'm bringing myself all the way down to the mat. Breathing into it. Well, you know how to get back behind there. Oh, she's chattering away to me. Breath. You know, I go out to get the mail and she runs away and hides. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Exhale, bring the arms out in a T. Uncross. This time, bring the left leg up and over. Right arm comes on top. Gently bring our hands palm to elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. And at any time, you can stand up and do these if you know the standing version and you want more of a challenge. That's when I say it's your practice. Those are things that you can modify for yourself. Maybe you choose to have the experience of sitting in the chair. Inhale, bringing our arms all the way up, uncrossing the arms. Gently bring the feet as wide as they'll come, spreading the feet and the arms out, feeling this great big stretch. Bring our hands back in together, bring the feet back in together. Great big audible sigh. Taking our right foot and maybe crossing the ankle onto the thigh. And maybe we're crossing again at the ankles. Honor your hips, your knees. If your foot is on, maybe you hold your toes. Maybe you just rub your feet together. You know, the hands make friction and gently rub. Rub. Oh, don't eat that. That doesn't taste good, little one. She's eating an old Christmas wreath. I don't think cats are supposed to eat that in the closet. That's why I'm scolding her. Gently bring ourselves down onto the mat. I did feed you today. And no, this is not something for kitties to eat. Yes, no. You're not supposed to eat that. Gently lean forward. Thank you for letting me rescue her from the Christmas wreath. Bringing it all the way forward. As far as you'll come. So this is our seated pigeon. You know, when we do incumbent pigeon on our back, this is doing it in a seated position. So maybe we take our hand, scooch forward, and reach through and grab the back of our thigh. So we're doing the seated version of pigeon on our back. And if you're sitting on the mat and doing your practice on the mat, feel free to roll onto your back. Breathing into it. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, bring that foot back out in front. Gentle circles one way. Gentle circles back around the other way. Bring that right foot to the mat. Pick the left foot up. Gentle circles one way. Gentle circles back around the other way. Crossing that left ankle onto the right thigh. Taking our hands and gently rubbing our feet together. Rubbing the foot in between the hands. Breathing into it. Gentle circles one way. Gentle circles back around the other way. Coming back to center, gently hinge forward. Feeling our seated pigeon. Bring our hands through center and gently wrap around. And breathe into it. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, bring that left leg back out in front. Gentle circles one way. Gentle circles back around the other way. Bringing our hands back by our side. Maybe, bringing our hands to our side, maybe we bring the legs out in front. Let's do the gentle version first, feet and the mat, and do the gentle pick me up and come back down. And maybe you bring your hands behind, so as you bring your feet to the mat and gently do this pick me up, feel how the spine stretches long, and then exhale, come on back down, shoulders come back and around. Bringing our hands back into heart center. Inhale, bring the arms up and around. And now maybe we do that yoga pick me up with our feet in the mat. Maybe we bring our legs out in front and pick ourselves up and bring a good grip into the chair and pick ourselves up and come back down. Bring the knees back in. Bring our hands to heart center. Smelling the flowers. Blowing out the candle. And one more time, smell the flowers. And blow out the candle. One more time, smell the flowers. And blow out the candle. Now breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. Gently bring our fingers together, bring our palms out in front. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, over to the right, looking up to the ceiling. Inhale back through center. Bring the hands over to the left, looking up to the ceiling. Coming back to center, bringing the hands back through heart center. Bring our hands to our knees. I'm turning sideways so you can watch my spine. Gently look up, feel our cow. Exhale, feel cat. Again, bringing the belly button back to the spine. If you wish to stand, you can do so. Inhale up. Exhale back. Maybe you're in tabletop on the mat. If you're on the mat, inhale up. Exhale back. And I have a class on Wednesdays, midday. I missed my Wednesday morning class, but that was canceled before all of this. Anyway, the midday class, half of the group is in the chair and half of the group is on the mat. And so I don't have the visual of being able to sit in the chair and on the mat at the same time, coming back to center, bringing our hands back in, gently bringing ourselves back around to the front, and inhale, bring the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring it back down and around. And then my Wednesday night class, Carol, I know you're here, I'm glad to see you. I've used the chair as a prop, both sitting in the chair and as a standing prop. So where I'm going today is sometimes we use the chair and gently bring that left foot to the left and drop that right knee down and inhale up. This is our crescent lunge. Maybe you come down onto the mat with your right knee forward, left knee forward, right foot behind for your crescent lunge. Bring our hands back down to center. Gently shift ourselves to the other side. Feel that right foot come in. Bring that left foot back. Inhale up. Feel our gentle crescent lunge. This is gentle on our knees because our knees supported by the chair. Maybe you're on the mat, using the mat, breathing into it. Now from here, I'm bringing my hands back. I still have my right foot forward. I'm bringing my left foot back behind so that the sole of the foot is coming towards the earth, and I'm squaring off with that right foot forward, bringing my arms up, coming into my warrior one. So this way is easy on the knees, being mindful of that back knee, but it's an intense hip stretch. So option to be standing with that left foot behind and the right knee forward. Maybe you bring the arms up, maybe you're holding onto the chair. Breathing into it. 2 more deep, deep breaths. If you're standing, bringing that right foot forward, left foot forward, and the right foot back. If you're in the chair, you're twisting and bringing that right foot back behind so that the sole of the foot is going into the mat. And maybe you choose to stand. Many of you are in my classes where we do standing poses without the chair. Inhale, bring the arms up. Feel our warrior one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to open the arms. So I'm shifting my hips in the chair. so that they're coming parallel with the long part of the mat. I'm bringing that right foot back. And again, this is easier on the knees, tough on the hips. So if the hips are the issue, stand up. If the knees need tenderness, and you can let this back leg come at ease. Ethel, if you let that knee come down, then it decreases the pressure on the knee. Breathing into it. Pick that left palm up, bring that right arm back behind. Exalted Warrior. I love the name for this as Exalted Warrior. It's a lady in my Saturday morning class who always calls this Exalted Warrior and not Reverse Warrior. It's interesting where people come from. It shows you perspective. Breath. Exhale. Bringing the arms back out. Bring the hands back into heart center. Gently, maybe you hold on to the chair and bring that right foot forward. Maybe you're in the chair with me and the right foot comes forward with the sole of the foot on the mat, pushing down into it. Bringing that left foot back behind, squaring, bringing the hips parallel, long ways, feeling our warrior two. So again, this is easier on the knee, feeling it in the hip. Honor yourself. Maybe you let that back knee come soft to be mindful of the knees. Maybe you keep it engaged. Hip issues, you're welcome to stand because then this thigh is not coming all the way parallel. Honor yourself. Bring the right palm up. Bring the left hand back behind. Bring the arms up to the ceiling. Maybe you look down at that back foot. Exalted Warrior. Feel the arch in the side body. Breathing into it. This time, bring the right elbow to the right thigh. Inhale up. So we're coming into easy side angle. Breathing into it. Again, maybe you're standing. Maybe you reach down towards the mat. I'm hanging on to the chair. It works. Feeling the breath. Breathing into it. Bringing that left arm back down to the mat. Inhaling back up. Bringing ourselves all the way back around. Bring that left knee back to the mat. Easy side angle on the other side. So maybe you're stepping a foot forward and then back again. Breath, feeling our warrior two. Left foot forward. Bend that elbow. Bring the hands up and over. Breathing into it. Maybe that hand comes down to the mat. Big stretch. This is intense on the hips. This is in some ways more intense on the hips than without the chair. So maybe modifying standing may be less intense of a stretch. Bring that hand back in, bring ourselves back up. gently bring the feet back around and shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And I want to share a piece of good news gently from side to side. When my kids were junior high and high school, I was teaching adaptive skiing at that time. And it was great because they learned how to ski and snowboard, and they helped with the lessons, and it was all a wonderful thing. And people who I taught the adaptive skiing, standing up as we get there and bringing the chair back around, taught kids with people with Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, brain injuries, blind, deaf, amputees, spinal cord injuries, gunshot wounds, you name it, all different kinds of disabilities. And one of the co-teachers' daughter, Tara, has cerebral palsy, and she's in a sit-ski. And so soup cans were something I talked to her about years ago. I don't know if she ever did it, but I saw on Facebook the other day she bought her own house day before yesterday. So I'm very happy for her. Yay, Tara. My kids know Tara. So gently walking the feet, feeling the stretch. And you know, those students taught me so much about life and learning how to ski with a blindfold on and trusting your partner who's teaching you, taking you down the slopes. Sitting down in a sit ski to learn how to maneuver it so that you know what you're doing to teach somebody else is quite an experience. And then after it's all said and done, and you know, we go to the lodge and everybody's listening to music, learning how to wheelchair dance with people in a wheelchair. And so very enlightening learning, and met and made some wonderful friends. And so shift the weight to the left foot, pick up the right heel, bring the knee to the right, bring the hands into heart center, bringing the foot into the body. And maybe you're down low, maybe you're up high, maybe you come into the crease. And bringing the arms out in a T. So I share that because life happens and then life goes on. So I met people who were coming out to ski in spite of or choosing to live maybe after a tragic life event. Some of them were born with these things. Bring that right foot back to the mat. Maybe you bring the chair to the other side. I'm going to use the wall instead of moving the chair around. Pick up the left knee, bring the left knee to the left, and bring that foot into the body, whether it's in the mat, down low, up high, and breathing into it. So maybe my poses and form are less than perfect, and I'm okay with that, because I'm here every night and I'm on my mat every day one way or another. 99.9% of the days I'm on my mat, at least for an hour. Bring that left foot back to the mat and gently, let's feel the twist from side to side, breathing into it. You know, so this hip thing that I tell you about, that happened on the ski slope, not yoga. So my bindings didn't release. Breathing from side to side. Coming back to center. And they're still not fixed. They probably will never be fixed. Shift the weight to the left foot. Bring that right foot back behind. Flex the heel. Gently hinge forward. Now I'm leaning over the chair and bringing my hands in because this keeps me at a level place. Another option is to bring the chair closer to the window so that your hands are on the back of the chair and extended in a very similar way as we used to the wall last night. Bring that right foot to the mat, ground it, flat back, shoulders are back to the spine. Shift the weight to the right foot, bring the left foot back, breathing into it. And bring that left foot back. Inhale, coming up. Now, one thing that we did not do yesterday, and maybe you use your chair, maybe you use the wall. So when we bring that right foot out in front and I'm pushing up against the wall. So if you have the wall, that may be a little more stable than using the chair. If you're using the chair, maybe that right foot comes to the bottom rung. Maybe it comes to the next rung. Maybe you can bring the foot straight out in front on the chair. Honor yourself in your practice. Maybe your toes are simply coming, your heels coming up off the mat, or your toes are in the mat. Deep breath, another deep breath. And bring that right foot back down. Again, left foot. If you have the wall, and this is within your range of motion, go for it. Otherwise, feel the earth, the next level, the next level. Maybe you bring that left foot straight up across the back of the chair. And of course it depends on what kind of chair you're using. If you have a high back dining room chair, I wouldn't go that high. I would stay level with the seat. Breathe. Now, bring that left foot back down to the mat. And again, gently twist from side to side. Gentle twist. Now, bringing ourselves, maybe you come onto the mat. Maybe you're coming back into the chair. So, first option I'm going to show in the chair. If you're coming down on the mat, bring your feet up onto the chair. So if we're seated in the chair, we're bringing our hands back behind and we're arching and looking up to the ceiling and feeling this back bend. So everyone can see how my back is bending here. Maybe if we're coming down onto the earth and we bring our feet up, make sure that the chair is solid so it's not going to move on us. And as we bring our feet in and we can gently lift up, maybe the foot comes straight out, and gently lift up and feel bridge. Maybe the feet come in here and pick yourself up and feel that back bend. So it's a halfway between a bridge and a shoulder stand. Maybe you say, I'm just going to hold right here and feel my legs up the wall. And maybe you bring your palms up. If you're in the chair, bring yourself into an easy position. Feet on the earth, palms up, looking up to the ceiling. Maybe you close your eyes. And as we inhale, love, exhale, let go of that which no longer serves us. Inhale, peace. Exhale that which no longer serves us. Inhale, harmony. Exhale that which no longer serves us. Inhale, contentment. Inhale, vitality. Letting go of that which no longer serves us on the exhale. Inhale, Om. Exhale that which no longer serves us. Inhale, Om. And exhale that which no longer serves us. Inhale, Om. Now, as every muscle is melting into the mat, since this is the beginning of, it was a cloudy day, and then we're supposed to have 2 more days of rain, let's go on a visualization, meditation, and this time let's go to the mountains. So when we get to the mountains, Walking over to the trail. And as we gently start walking up, maybe we smell some spruce, white pine, maybe some cedars. Maybe there's some oak trees and the maples that are just starting to bud this time of year. And as we're walking up the trail, maybe notice the plants along the way. The violets, the buttercups, the forget-me-nots, maybe some dandelions. I also posted health benefits of dandelions on my page. Very versatile plant, helps us become alkaline. Breathing into it. And as we're walking along the trail, being mindful to stay where it's rocky, our grass under our feet. The weather's been wet, so the trail is soft. And maybe seeing some animals as we're walking through the woods. Squirrels and cardinals, and maybe seeing some tracks along the trails besides ours. Some deer, maybe raccoon, bunny rabbits, maybe fox. And then as we start nearing the top of the side of the hill, we see the sunbeams coming through, walking out into a big, beautiful field. Crystal clear, spring-fed mountain lake. Walking over to the lake, getting our fill of the water. Spreading our blanket, laying down, feeling the sun's rays coming over top of us. And while we're feeling the sun's rays flowing over top of us, I'm gently beaming out some Reiki energy. You can ask the energy to come to you. You can ask for it to pass you by. still in your mind's eye. Gently stretching your arms up overhead. Packing up the blanket. Going back over to the lake. Drinking your fill of the water. Gently filling your canteens, water bottles, and packing them in our packs. Looking around the field, being happy for the beauty that you see there. Gently coming back to the path. And as we gently work our way back down the side of the mountain, being mindful of where we walk, enjoying the nature, the animals, the bird sounds in the background, the smell of the trees and the damp earth, feeling the sun's rays, as we reach the bottom of the mountain, stepping off of the mountain, back into our bodies, back into this here and now. Gently deepening the breath, wiggling our fingers and toes, stretching our arms up overhead, bringing our knees into our chest, giving ourselves a hug. Gently rolling over onto the right side if you're on the mat. If you're seated in the chair and you gave yourself a hug around the chair, gently walking our hands back up. So we're all meeting in seated position, whether we're on the chair or the mat. And again, bringing our hands to heart center for gratitude. As we inhale, closing in a gentle Om, taking a great big inhale in. May the light within me salute the light within you. And when we are at this place, we are all the same. Namaste. Be happy, safe, and healthy until we meet again. I'm just going to get the computer. It's not really a computer. So I can give everybody a shout out so you can see my bookshelf along with all the books on the earth. So when I say I hit the books, I really do hit the books. And so I'm slowly bringing them all in from all over the house. So Ethel, Wendy, Renata, Cindy, Jeannie, good to see you. Jeannie and I did our Reiki Master Teacher class together. Nina, Carolyn, Cynthia, Patty, yay, you made it. Tammy, good to see you. Kimberly, James, good to see you. Marie, good to see you. Franny, good to see you. Tomorrow night will be more of a workout, James. CJ, good to see you. Ken, good to see you. Virginia, I'm glad you came. Jeff, nice to see you. Jeannie, thank you. Billy Joe, good to see you. Kathy, good to see you. Christina, good to see you. Donald, good to see you. Tomorrow night I'm doing slow and strong, so we will work it. And then Friday I'm thinking about meditation again. Let me know what you think of that. Great to see you all. Be happy, safe, and healthy. Until we meet again. Tomorrow night, 7:30. And actually, we have a treat tomorrow night. I may possibly be having some helpers here with me tomorrow night. Little ones. So, good to see you all. Thank you.